See, this is the storyteller trying to flatter you, the player. But Phoenix was not great out there. The story writer is not great. The story was not great, Mia. Don't try to flatter me. Alright? I know where the problem is. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. I understood that long before I started playing this game. Who didn't understand that? Who doesn't understand that? I guess stupid people. I mean, all this time, the game has been criticizing prosecutors who try to get a win no matter what. And somehow, when you turn it around and say that Phoenix also shouldn't try to get a win no matter what, that's supposed to be profound? We've been saying that the whole time. With both Von Karmas and with Edgeworth. I don't know, man. I understand now. I understood that all along. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. It was quite simple. It's simple if you don't have empathy. It's very easy to figure out what the right answer is. If you don't care about Maya or Adrian. Oh guys, it's not that profound. Like the story writer is going back, okay, now go back to the best part of the story I just told you. Remember this part? Remember how great my story was? It's not that great. I'm telling you now, it's not that great. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt on guard is he guilty or is he not guilty? Guilty. Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right! Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Did you give him like 10 hamburgers? Really? Oh, Mia's gone immediately. Pearls! You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in the patrol car. Ah, Mr. Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick! Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. You shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have, Pearls. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Wow. Thanks. Oh. What's wrong? Miss Von Karma? Why are you still mad? Why are you still mad? I lost the case, Von Karma. I lost the case. Why are you still mad? About earlier. Thanks. Ah! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Why are you angry? Why are you still angry? I lost! Franziska, you know what I mean? Why are you still mad? Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you! Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Franziska, why are you still mad? Edgeworth, for my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in our usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. Well, that's stupid. It's not just about winning, dude. Come on, that's so stupid. It's so childish. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. It's not that hard, guys. Come on, it's not that hard. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well, you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. Von Karma, Franziska, you've lost twice. You've lost twice, Franziska. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. Well, that's stupid. That's also stupid. What, you were swayed by his spiky hair? He's just bluffing. He's just bluffing. Phoenix bluffs all the time. You began to trust him? What are you, nuts? Is this supposed to be profound? Is this supposed to be some sort of good story? It's not. Nani? You trusted your enemy. First of all, we're not enemies. Franziska, we're not enemies. Second of all, yeah, why'd you trust me? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. That's idealistic. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. Yeah, no, I mean, judging by the world today, that's not remotely true. The truth! Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. Have you seen what a clown fiesta this courtroom is? You believe that, Edgeworth? Have you seen this courtroom? But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? No, Phoenix did not know that. That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. It's so dramatic. You pathetic fool! Yeah, I know, Franziska. It's just so These two, this bromance of this. Miss Von Karma, I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma, you've lost. You're a wretched loser. If Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect, Mouse Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy! Oh. Oh well, hey Edgeworth. She's not your girlfriend anymore, how do you feel? You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. Yeah, no, neither are you. It's over! It's all over! Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. Well, I mean, look. It's obvious. It's obvious that Franziska's true calling is being a kinky mistress. In which case, she should keep the whip, and I'm sure that people will pay her a lot of money to whip them. You know? Some people are just really into whipping. And someone who looks like her, and who whips so vigorously, I'm sure there are dudes out there who will pay a lot of money to get whipped and be stepped on by her in high heels. And that, I think, is her true calling. I think that's what she would enjoy the most. Anyway, this is a children's game, so I'm not going to say any more about that. But you know what I mean. You should keep this, right? You're the kinky mistress now, Phoenix. It's up to you to whip people. Okay. Okay. Neck! Have you eaten? Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Have you eaten? Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, I wouldn't take credit for that. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Oh, I would. I would desert you in a second, Maya. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing there. Lucky. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost, like a bad ghost through Pearly. Yeah, you would. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Have you eaten, Maya? Maya! Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. He has made some progress. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Good, Edgeworth. You keep working on it. Hey. Yeah, have you eaten? Alright! I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. It's not that depressing, is it? Huh? Where are we going? Burgers. Food, Nick! Food! Grub chow, I'm starved! I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on the bun to me, Nick. I mean, if you're into it. We can do it if you're into it. You think I look like a burger? I'm prime rib at least. Oh, don't encourage her. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Uh-oh. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast! Come on, Nick! Food! Okay, what does that mean? Where are you going? You going back here? March 23, 7:38 PM, Gatewater Hotel lobby. We gonna eat the hotel food? Hey pal! Sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, do you want your jacket back? Gumshoe! Are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him. You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Oh, this is the end of the game. So everybody has to talk. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. You know, powers. If this was The Steel Samurai, I'd be fine with it. Because that's supposed to be a children's show. And the children are not asked to solve crimes. This game, there's a really like unresolved contradiction between like the seriousness of the crime solving versus the utter nonsense of the story and the characters. And you know, like when you're presenting evidence, the game asks you to have like to just like be logical and deductive and like solve these kind of hard logic things. And then it just immediately after it just devolves into like slapstick clown fiesta. Not satisfying. Anyway, carrying on. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? No, he played his part. If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone get around. You're gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Hey, you got that camera back. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. What? Bought herself a new camera? Isn't her old camera in the evidence? Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal, amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the ones who saved the day, detective. Yeah, I swear this food has been sitting here for 3 days. It's the same food from 3 days ago, right? Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Only one of those items were useful. Okay. He took 3 things, only one thing was useful. Ah, well, you know, it's ho 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 ho. Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, yo, it's all over. But oh boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Oh, is the last item going to implicate Adrian Andrews? Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? Ah ha 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 ha, you think? Why does she look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Mind's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Was it the 4th piece of evidence? It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking up something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Ah, thanks to her I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you are standing right there, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. It's not busted. I still have some work to do. Oh, he knows what's going on. Ha! But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now if you excuse me. Wait. What? Bro hug. Hug it out. I just want to say, no, hug it out. Thanks, Edgeworth, hug it out. You really saved me out there. Bro hug! If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, Wright. I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Hug him! I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Hug him! Anything you can give him to express how you feel? What can you give him to express how you feel? A bear? Oh, a whip. Wait, what am am I giving him a whip? How do I feel? Wait, what are you giving him? The badge? It's the badge, right? Is it the gun or the badge? What's this? It's my way of saying thanks. I see. Well, it's the thought that counts. Okay, that's wrong. Hold on, I don't wanna guess what's going on here. What is this? It's the whip. It really is the whip. It's the whip. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, hold on. Let me just go back. Oh, I'm all the way back here. My bad. Alright, let me just like skip some of this. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here. We give him the whip. I think the implication is that he's gonna chase after Franziska. Because Franziska, when she disappeared, she dropped the tracking device and the whip. And I think he's gonna chase after her. And maybe like have a little bit of a whipping session. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me, I was only doing my job. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Yeah, he's gonna chase after Franziska. Hey, Mr. Maya! Yes, Pearly. I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly! Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? You are, Powers. Why are you here? I mean, aren't you here to pay? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. You assume I have money. Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Phil has no concept of money. Yeah, Nick! Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Alright, so that's the end of the second game. Obviously I'm gonna end the video here. I don't think I need to elaborate any further on my complaints. Wait, you hit the letter? Oh, yeah, no, she wrote the letter on the photo, right? The hotel's so popular for honeymooners. You made a reservation? You don't have any money, Pearls. Oh good, he's hide. The puzzles aren't very well designed, I think. Like ultimately, just the puzzles are not as well designed as they could be. Wait, what? Why are you retiring? You're gonna be a waitress? Why? Why? You're gonna stop being a police and be a waitress? That seems awful. Yeah, so there were a few major problems I've had with the cases in this game. The backwards pressing. The idea that like each testimony is a series of statements, and that to solve them you have to like press on a later statement and then go backwards to press on an earlier statement. Which makes sense only in game logic. It doesn't make sense in like real world logic. In real world logic, you would press the earlier statement. Obviously a person says things, you know, in sequence. You press early, you press later, and then if something later contradicts the earlier statement, you would bring it up there. You would bring it up at that point in time and not travel back in time to press an earlier sentence. So that is counterintuitive. And then the other stuff is that the evidence you present is not very clear in a number of cases. In a number of cases, like you would like present the thing, and then the witness would say a bunch of stuff, and then you present the same thing again, and that would change what the witness says. Right? Like you ask them about the glass, they say stuff, and then you ask them about the glass again, and then they say different stuff. It's like, okay, I mean, again, it kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't. And then other parts, as in the final trial, there are things that you know, like you know where the story is gonna go. But the game doesn't let you jump ahead. Even though, like logically, narratively, it shouldn't be, there shouldn't be anything stopping you from like jumping ahead. March 23, 9:42 p.m. International Departures Gate 12. Is Franziska leaving? Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this? That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. She still has his coat? Give him back his coat, Franziska. What are you doing? That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. You... Yeah, how did it end up in your luggage, Von Karma? But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! Yes, she is. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska, nobody cares about Manfred. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. What, your father lost too. Franziska, your father lost too, it's not that serious. But me, I'm no genius, I've always known that. But I had to be one, I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor, you have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Well, I thought you two were gonna have a nice whipping session. And this is good too. You know what, this is fine also. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. Yeah, whatever, Cinderella. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. Neither could your father, neither could Edgeworth. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Don't cry. I'm Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Nobody said walking in the shadow. Our battle begins now! So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. God, that's gross. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's not that serious, Franziska, come on. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay, Maya drew that. Maya drew that. It's a little creepy. Because, you know, that's the assassin's card. It's like somebody's gonna assassinate Nick. Super creepy. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. One more game. One more game in the trilogy. See you next time.